Yo, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Good, good. How we doing today, man?
Man, good, good. No complaints, no complaints. We getting into the season where it's only really 4 games left from one division for the championship and three for the other one.
Yep,
And then we
yep.
do have a state championship in the private league as well coming up. So we'll start off with last week. Game of the week, playoff game of the week was Maitland versus Jones. You were there, so can you tell the people a little bit about that game?
Yeah, last week, game of the week was Mainland coming to Orlando, playing Jones High School. Jones won that game 35 to 28. It was a sloppy game, though, if I'm honest with you. Mainland took the lead early on. At no point did I really feel like Jones was going to lose the game, but they did not control the game as I anticipated coming into it. Um, I mean, it was a sloppy game, but it's the playoffs, so it's hard to beat a team twice. Mainland had already saw Jones earlier that season, so they made the adjustments to make the game a lot more competitive throughout the game. They actually had the lead in the second half. So it was a good ball game, but Jones ended up pulling away 35-28.
All right. Was it ever 28-28 in the game, or was it?
At one point in the second half, if I'm not mistaken, um, Jones was losing. Jones actually had to I mean, I want to say come back, but yeah, at one point Jones was losing. And they had to score to take the lead.
Okay, so at one point it was 28-21 then, obviously.
Well, it because Jones missed the extra point. So Jones was actually down by 6 or 7 points. So they had to score, then make the 2-point conversion to go up 7. Then they got another turnover to kind of clinch the ball game.
Okay, all right. All right, well then that leads us to player of the week. Steven Sparrow was player of the week. Why was he the player of the week?
Steven Sparrow, player of the week. The kid is just every time I go see Jones play on defense, he's always around the ball. Not sure exactly how many tackles he had, but I know he had at least 8 tackles. He forced a fumble, he recovered a fumble, and he had the game clinching interception late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that'll do
So when you
it.
do all of that,
Yeah, that'll do
you the dude.
it. I mean, you definitely had a good game. So yeah, that'll
Yeah.
do it. So he's definitely one of my favorite players. Has been for a long time. Pretty good kid too. So with that being said, man, we'll talk about playoff reviews from last week. Um, or man, we ain't got to do all that.
I
Well,
mean,
let's.
no, we go through it real quick. Last week we did pretty good. Let's just go through them real quick. We both picked Foundation to win over Victory Christian. We both were wrong. Foundation lost 24-7. Victory Christian came in the game at 4-6, so that's a very surprising loss to me. The next game, Holy Trinity. You picked Orangewood. I picked Holy Trinity. I think you just picked Onwood just because you wanted to support Orlando. I told you not to. Orangewood ended up losing 37-29. Holy
Well,
Trinity will
good
go
game though.
on. Good
Good
game. Yeah,
game
good
though.
game. Yeah,
Yeah,
good game. Next, we got Windermere Prep versus Frostproof. We both picked Frostproof and they won 40-6. Wasn't even close. Next game, Lake Placid versus Trinity, First Academy, excuse me. First Academy won that game easily, 42-7. Then next up, we had Keystone Heights versus Umatilla. We both picked Keystone Heights, and they won that game 50-0. And then we go into 5A, Brevard County Championship, pretty much. Merritt Island beat Leesburg 50-0. So your boy Hurling them held it down for you.
yeah.
Rockledge beat Seabreeze 41-0. So they go 2 shutouts. So Brevard County showing they play a little defense. The surprising pick of the whole playoffs. 8-2 Denellen loses to 4-6 Bishop Moore, 20-21. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that was definitely a surprise. Definitely a surprise. Thrills Hill is probably a little frustrated. Our boy Thrills, Ernie Mills Thrills, he probably is a little frustrated. But
You know I had to mess with him just a little bit on that one,
I,
just
I,
a little bit.
I didn't even bother. But but yeah, that was definitely a surprise. I don't think anyone saw that coming. So who else
Right.
we got?
Then we had Satellite. Satellite beat Tavares 41-7. So Brevard County, they did exactly what we expected them to do. The three teams from Brevard County, they gave up 7 points combined. So it's
Right.
safe to say that they play good defense in Brevard County. Then we're gonna go on over to Edgewater versus Bartow. We both picked Edgewater. Edgewater won that game 42-13. We both picked Lake Gibson over Lakeland. Lake Gibson also won that game 24-20. We both picked Martin County over Vieira. They won 26-15. We both picked Melbourne to beat Seminole Ridge. They won 41-7. Um, Boone versus Wellington. We both picked Boone. Boone won that 42-7. Wasn't even close. Went down south and handled business. Jones obviously won 35-28. Wrapping up, going into 8A, we both picked Seminole to beat Winter Park, which they did 41-27. Timber Creek lost to Lake Mary, which we both picked Lake Mary 20-14. Bartram Trail beat Lake Brantley 42-6. We both picked Bartram Trail. Apopka beat Creekside 42-0. We both picked Apopka. And then the last two, we got West Orange beating Durant 55-6. And I picked West Orange. And then looking at Newsom versus Osceola. Osceola won 28-21. They had to come back and win that game. But we did pretty good. Out of all of the games, we lost the Bishop Moore game. And then you lost to Orangewood because you wanted to be nice. But yeah, that was it.
All right. Let's go ahead and might as well get started then with this week, which is uh, this week. You might as well get started with those guys. We go back to 1A, 2A, 3A. But before we get started with them, because we didn't put it on here, we have the state championship game that's going on, which is Lake Highland Prep
Lake Highland
versus
Prep versus Mount
versus
Dora
Mondora,
Christian.
which are both local teams. So, um, you know, uh, they met before and it was a barn burner. It was like a 1 point game. I we'll see what happens, but I'm gonna go ahead and take Lake Highland Prep.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Lake Highland Prep as well. 10-0 team.
All
Um,
right.
yeah, I'm
And
gonna go Lake
but we
Highland.
back to that adage. It's hard to be the good team twice, and we're gonna
It
have a lot of
is.
that. We're gonna have a lot of that going on this week. So let's go start off. Anybody in 1A for us in
One
our
A, I
region?
did not. I don't think we had no 1A.
2A.
I see directly 2A. We got number 1 seed OCP versus Holy Trinity, 4 seed. I'm gonna go with OCP.
Holy Trinity was the one that came back and beat Foundation. The one that was
Yep.
41.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be interesting because that's going to be real interesting because I kind of would like to see them play. I didn't get to check them out, but Foundation was a decent team with a lot of Division 1 athletes on that team, so they must be pretty tough. But all
They
right,
were.
but we're gonna support OCP. What else we got?
Next up, we have 3A. We
Okay,
got Benjamin, the 2 seed, going against First Academy, the 3 seed. This was a game that I wasn't really sure which way to go. But I'm gonna support the home team. I'm gonna go with First Academy.
same thing here because I haven't seen Benjamin, so I'm definitely gonna support the home team. What else we got? That should be it for 3A, shouldn't it?
That's it for 3A. Going
All
over
right.
to 4A, we have Coco, 1 seed versus South Sumter, the 4 seed. I absolutely love Coco in this ball game, so going with
Yeah,
Coco.
Coco as well. Do we have anybody else in 4A?
Nope, that's it.
All right, so then 5A is the Brevard County. So uh, go ahead. How's it going?
First up, we got 7 seed Bishop Moore going over to Satellite, the 6 seed. I think Satellite is a very underrated team. They're a 6 seed just because Brevard County was very tough this year. I like Satellite to win that ball game.
Bishop Moore Satellite. I definitely like Satellite. Satellite, got some kind of way Bishop Moore beating Denellen. That kind of gave him a little walkway to the final, to the regional finals. But then so that must mean we got Rockledge and Merritt Island, and
Yep,
they played before.
correct.
Another good one. So Who you
I'm
got?
gonna let you pick first because I
Oh,
was
you
I
know, I'm
was
going.
wrong on this one.
I'm going with Merritt Island. That's
You
my.
going?
Hey, I'm gonna go with my dog Hurley Brown. Me and Early go way back. So
All right.
I'm gonna
Hey,
go
listen.
support him all the way.
No need to give him a call this week. No
Nah,
need to give him a call because that probably was the icing on the cake the first time.
yeah,
That live call. But I'm gonna go with Rockledge just because I know that Traven's back. Traven Green, their quarterback, is back. He's only played 4 games this year, and Rockledge has been able to. I believe they're 9-2, 9-2 without their quarterback. I'm going Traven. I'm going Rockledge. I like
yeah.
Rockledge to win the
I like
second
Rockledge
time.
too, but Hurley them has shown me something I didn't realize. They only lost was to they had one loss, and
Hey, since we speaking about Merritt Island, did you see that kicker Brady? The kicker, he kicked a 57-yard field goal last week.
yeah, me and Early was talking about that. Actually, I talked to Early yesterday, and we were talking about the kid. That's a Power Five kicker. You
What?
don't see guys doing that. But it's another story. But that kid there, Florida asked him for a preferred walk on. Now, mind you, he making 57-yard field goals, so that just lets you know how competitive that little arena is. We don't get to see him, but it's probably only 40, 50 guys in the country that are Power Five kickers.
Yeah,
He'll probably go somewhere else, but I'm just saying that was his dream school. But that kid there, man, he's solid, and he's a pretty good athlete on top of all that.
yeah. I mean, he's their quarterback as well.
Yeah, because he leading the region in passing, so he's
Yep,
doing his thing. All right, so that takes care of 5A, right?
yep. On the
All right.
6A, we got number 2 seed Auburndale versus Jones.
Mm, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna still take Joe High, but that's a good one. That's a
Yeah,
good
I'm
one.
gonna take it
So
Jones
you
as
so
well.
you telling me if Jones win that, then they're gonna probably have to play uh what's that, Vanguard? Dang,
Yeah,
that's
they
a
will have to play Vanguard.
man, that's
If
that's a
Van,
hell of
if both teams win,
right.
they'll play each other next round.
Damn, Vanguard, that's a hell of that's a hard road that Jones had to have. Mainland,
Already.
Armandale, then Vanguard, and then if that, then you got Jesuit. Come on now, that's a hard road.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, so that takes care of that. Then so now we in what, 7A?
7A. Yep. We missed one. Buckhart University last week. University
Yeah.
they beat Fletcher
Yep.
out of
Yep.
Jacksonville. They beat them
Yep.
35-14. So they will play Buckhart this week. Buckhart is the 1 seed out of Gainesville, and I'm gonna go with them. I like the Bobcats.
I'm gonna go with Buckos. We got quite a few kids that played over there. I expect them to do their thing. But University, big shout out to them guys, man. We
For real.
probably slipped on y'all all season, to be honest. You guys are definitely doing your thing up there in Volusia County. So big shout out to you guys.
That's a 7-2 ball club. I
Yeah,
think
and
we invited four or five kids from their school in our senior bowl, so they will be represented well.
okay.
Next matchup, we got Edgewater versus Lake Gibson, 1 seed versus 4 seed. I like Edgewater to win that ball game.
Oh yeah, we definitely definitely picking Edgewater. But let me give a quick but. Lake Gibson is loaded with talent
Oh
now.
no, Lake
So
Gibson is good. No,
So,
let's not be
so
mistaken.
Edgewater's gonna have to be on their P's and Q's. So, it's gonna be interesting to see how that shakes out because they are definitely one of those things, uh, that are pretty good. Uh, yeah, so I mean that'll be interesting to see how it goes. Somebody they don't know about seeing Jesuit Hillsborough is still in. Yeah, Jesuit is probably one of the top teams in the state. Hillsborough is good too, but I don't think. I think to win, no matter what, you got to go through Jesuit. But that's just my take on it. Jakari, he plays for
I
Gainesville.
mean,
Well,
in that conference, I believe the top 4 teams would be Jones, Vanguard, Jesuit, and Northwestern.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, like that. That's somebody I don't know
That's
who
a
it is.
that's a that's a tough four. Like I don't care where you.
Yeah,
That's tough.
yeah. I mean, Hillsborough has a decent team, but I don't know if they're gonna, get through Jesuit. But hey, I hope hey, more power to them because that's obviously a fan of them. You got your boy talking about APK, like really,
We
dude.
ain't even on the
Yeah, I
APK
mean,
matchup yet.
yeah, but at least let us get there before you say so. But anyway, so since you want to go there, man, we going to 8A now. We
Now
can
we
always.
got one more. We got Martin County and Melbourne. That was a tough one, bro. I ain't know who to pick. That's a 2 versus 3 seed, but I'm gonna go with Melbourne just because they're in our sector. We cover them. We've seen them a
Um,
couple times
I,
this year.
I
So
I went and looked at Martin County. I'm gonna go with Martin County.
you
You
gonna
know,
go with Martin County?
yeah,
They
they look
they
pretty decent. I mean,
they
they
look
look pretty
decent.
decent. Yeah, they look pretty decent. So like you said, that's going to be interesting. I mean, I think as we get down to these playoff matchups, you're going to see two and threes and stuff like that. So you really are dealing with and if someone beats a high seed, these are all pretty good football teams.
Right.
I think it all come down to turnovers and defense and stuff like that, unless just someone's just that much better. But I don't think we'll see a bunch of blowouts, but I could be wrong. So
No.
now we're in 8-8.
Now
All right,
we're in
so
8-8.
now I'll let him get his APK on.
We skip right to Apopka. They
Yeah.
go on the road. They got to play Bartram Trail. That's another 2-3 matchup. Um, Bartram Trail beat Lake Brantley last week, 42-6. I saw Apopka beat Lake Brantley earlier this season, I believe, 42-0.
Hmm.
Um, I'm gonna go with Apopka.
Yeah, we're gonna support APK, but that's gonna be a tough one because if Bartram Trail gets up, then they probably gonna win the game. So I'm hoping that APK can because I really would like to see APK and Seminole match up again. uh, or APK Lake Mary matchup again. But I'd like to see those guys, go through it. So we're definitely going to hope the APK pulls it out. All right.
Yeah.
So then, since I already done talked about Seminole and Lake Mary,
You picking Lake Mary?
another game that's coming up. If the game was at Lake Mary, I might would, to be honest. Because I'm just of an adage, man. It's hard to beat a good team twice, man.
I
I'm
feel
telling
you.
you. I'm just like that's just like, man, that is a hard. Just like you saw what happened with Mainland and Jones, man. It just it's hard. I don't care what nobody says, because the team that lost has motivation. These kids nowadays talk trash all the time and want to talk about how like they win, they talking trash, not realizing that's just bulletin board material. Like back, I'm dating myself, but some of these kids that talk all that trash, you would be hurt. When I was coming up, we were just having a conversation. One of my boys that knew Warren, that came in town. Yeah, we would have hurt you. Like you want to talk all that noise? We would have sent someone specifically out on the field with one job to hurt you and send you to the sideline messed
It's
up.
a different era, my boy. It's a different
Hey,
era.
I agree, but hey, talking trash can get you messed up. That's all I'm saying. So so it's gonna be interesting. So I would take Seminole just 'cause I think that they are very talented across the board, and I like Seminole's defense, and I know their offense will get them a little something. But if Lake Mary was because just like last year, the Popka game, it is no way any of us thought that game was going to end up 7-6 with Lake Mary with a chance to score. There's no way. Like we all we would have lost our house if we had to.
I
So
thought Apopka was gonna lose.
once we saw the bomb, I knew they was going to lose. But the coach, the coach decided to go for a
He
pass
got
play.
greedy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and we know they got a kicker. We know they got a kicker.
Matter
Uh,
of fact, their kicker's also in our senior bowl, and he'll be
yeah,
going to UCF.
correct. So I mean, so you knew they had that. So
Coach
I just
Ballmer.
all right. So that takes care of those guys.
I'm gonna go
Let's
with
see.
Seminole though. I like Lake Mary, nothing against them, but I'm going with Seminole.
It's
Next matchup,
hard to pick against Seminole. It really is.
yeah, it
Like
is though.
and
Next, what you gonna say?
I'm just saying it's hard. Even though it's Lake Mary, it's just hard. I can't pick against them. But I think that with all the stuff that happened last time, all the trash talking, you know, that game might be closer than what everybody thinks. So we'll see.
Yep. Next up, excuse me, we got Treasure Coast versus Boone. Here go another 2-3 matchup. Um, Obviously, Treasure Coast is led by Eden James, the son of Edrin James. Edrin
Yep.
James is one of my favorite running backs growing up. I see a lot of Edrin James and his son, obviously. Um, you talk about Treasure Coast. This is a school they're gonna feed Eden. He gonna get the ball.
Oh, no doubt.
Um, I talked to Ja'Cory Thomas at Boone, and I personally let him know that this is your game. If you can stop Eden, you guys win. If not, Treasure Coast will win. But for that reason, I'm gonna go with Boone. I like Boone to go on the road and pick up the victory.
Man, I love Ja'Cory. He's one of my favorite players around and one of my favorite kids. But they're not for the beat Treasure Coast. I mean, they're not physical enough to be to the Treasure Coast is very physical,
No. Oh, Treasure Coast is the boy.
very
They
physical,
finna get
very physical.
downhill
Yeah,
all
yeah.
game.
They're not. Hey man, they struggle with West Orange running game. They and they not finna. Hey man, hey, like I said, Ja'Cory got to go. Hey,
Hey, let's
this
go,
one,
JT.
this one of them go get his. This one of them you go get yours. Cause you're gonna be home on Saturday, so you might as well enjoy this game. It's probably gonna be his last game. Treasure Coast, man, quiet as kept. Treasure Coast can mess around and win state. No,
Nah,
they really
Treasure
could.
Coast is Treasure
Treasure
Coast,
Coast
in
is
my
nice.
opinion, top 10 teams in the
Yeah,
whole state, no
yeah.
matter
Treasure
what
Coast got it.
classification.
That part. So like, you're gonna have to have a hell of a defense to beat Treasure Coast. You ain't just finna, because they really lost to Coco and they should have won that game. So Treasure Coast got a decent team.
Wasn't that a one point game?
Uh-huh. It really was. So it's gonna be interesting. It's the playoffs, like Aaron is saying, it's the playoffs. You see what happens. That's an understatement. Like I said, you never know. But I just think, like that's just a bad matchup for Boone. Like Boone don't have. You need about 4 or 5 Jacories on that team. One Jacory ain't gonna do it with that.
It should have been a Boone Lake Mary matchup,
Yeah,
similar versus Treasure Coast.
yeah, that would have been that would have been, that would have been the one. But you may still have Treasure Coast and Seminole to see who goes to state.
Yeah, for
But
real.
yeah. So
And I think the last game, this will be the game that I'll be at. It'll be another rematch. I was at the first game. I picked wrong the first time. I picked the Cowboys with a K. And the Cowboys with a K, they got KO'd. West Orange, in my opinion, West Orange well, I don't want to say dominated that game because at one point I did think Osceola was gonna win. Um, I'm gonna go with West Orange though. Like their roster though is just too legit to quit. It's just too many dudes over there, and I think Osceola matches up with them well. Hard to beat a team twice, but I think West Orange finds a way to get it done.
yeah, my son. Full disclosure, my son goes to West Orange, but I can't pick the game. But I can say this, you know, I don't think it's going to be as easy as everybody thinks. Uh, like I
Playoff.
think it's going to be it's playoffs. Aaron saying Osceola's winning this one. We'll see for certain. But I do know that Osceola has a lot of talent over there. I
Yep.
think both teams have a lot of talent. Me personally, just from a real coach's eye, uh, both teams struggle in coaching all that talent. In my opinion, both teams. So it'll be interesting to me. Like I said last time, whichever quarterback plays the best will win, and whichever offensive coordinator, does his thing. That's the team that'll win, because I think that they're two evenly matched teams. And they both have good defensive lines, both have fast secondaries, both have receivers, both have quarterbacks, both have adequate running backs. It's just going to come down to the play calling, in my opinion, as well as just what the kids do. So we'll see.
I mean, what I will say is, um, I think that Osceola. I've watched Osceola 3 games this year. I watched their film, or everything like that. I don't think that they've played really against good competition. I don't think that they played a complete game.
No, never have.
Every game that I've seen, they've had 1 or 2 turnovers on like quarterback, running back exchange, just like simple things. And if they could limit the turnovers, because West Orange played a damn near perfect game, they didn't have any turnovers the first game. And Osceola had 2 or 3 turnovers. So
No,
if
they
they
had
can
more than
limit
that.
the
They
turnovers,
probably had about 4. Well, they're about 2 or 3 turnovers, but I count drop touchdowns as turnovers too.
I can
So
see that.
they had quite a few. So the game was a lot closer than what
Then people think,
than
yeah.
people think, in my opinion. So it'll be a good game. I got my son on one side, and I definitely got kids on Osceola that I rock with. The Mascos, they like my nephews for real. So I support those boys as well. So it's one of those games. I just whoever wins wins. And I would definitely be supporting whoever wins that game to go to state for certain. So at that point, it is what it is. So
Well,
that's
you whoever wins that game, you know who they play next.
yeah, they'd have to go to Venice, and we'll say that's on if Venice doesn't
If
win.
Venice wins,
Yeah,
correct.
but but I mean, Venice is probably going to win, but I think either one of those teams, will be Venice. They'll give now you're in the final eight. Everybody can play.
Everybody can win.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. So I think that'd be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I know that if I can assure you, if West Orange goes in with the same game plan, then they probably gonna lose the game. It's just that simple. I mean, because I don't think that Osceola is gonna play the same defense that they played before. I just don't see it. I could be wrong, but I just don't see it. So that's that, man. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on, man. We getting these little. I just got to make sure that, now you get those messages from Orange County Public Schools. You want to make sure ain't nobody got shot or nothing. I hate to say it, but that's. Let me see what they're talking about.
I had to go up to the
Yeah,
school.
that's nothing. Nah, that's nothing. But the schools when they hit you up nowadays, unfortunately, you paranoid because you don't know, what's going on. It ain't like when we was coming up. So but that takes care of that, man. So hopefully, we'll have some Central Florida teams that do their thing. Like I said before, I would support all Central Florida teams. Going to state. That's whether you Brevard, Volusia, late. It don't matter. We want you all to win. Orange, Osceola. I just tired of Miami winning. That's for certain. So that yeah, you got the OHS about 2 touchdowns. Yeah, you can bet some chicken wings on that. It ain't gonna be two
Yeah, it
touchdowns.
ain't gonna be two
Yeah.
touchdowns.
So yeah. That see, that's what I say. A lot of these dudes be having them hearts, boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, golly. But anyway, man. But I mean,
Hey, the other thing too is Baptiste, if Jean Baptiste gonna be back. Remember, he didn't play that first
yeah,
game.
yeah, he'll
I
be
didn't
there.
know that until we got there.
Yeah, nah,
Until I
he's gonna be
got
there.
there.
Like I said, and like I said, it's gonna be a good game. I think it's like I said, it's gonna come down to which quarterback performs the best, which means not no turnovers, and which offense and defensive coordinators perform the best. I think the talent is the same on both sides. I think both teams have good talent. Whichever offensively use their talent the best will probably win the game. I didn't really see in that game. Defensively, I didn't see either defenses really do much other than West Orange defensive line was definitely dominant, definitely dominant.
But
Yeah,
Flex
they were.
had 5 sacks.
Yeah, and Eddie had quite a few too. So so that's whichever offensive line blocks the best will probably win.
I
Just
mean,
to
when
be
you
totally.
you look at the matchups, you talking about the D line, but then if you look at West Orange back four, all four of them going to school next year
Yeah,
for
but
free.
they threw the ball on them pretty good. So they threw
I
the ball on them
mean,
pretty
I
good.
mean,
So
some of them yards was that.
Chad had about 350 yards, and he had at least two touchdowns drop.
I mean,
At least.
yeah, he did his thing, no doubt.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what it is. So it's gonna be it'll be very very interesting. So we'll see tomorrow. We'll definitely see. So shout out to both those teams. Hopefully they do a good job. So like I said, both quarterbacks in my opinion played very well. I thought the offensive lines would Osceola's offensive line kind of let them down a little bit more. So we'll see what happens. So, but that's about it, man. We gonna move on. You know, uh, Elite 100 game, secure jerseys ordered. You know, all the kids are been selected. Game is January 8th. Go out and support. You can go to the website to buy tickets for the game. We'll probably cap it at about 1,500 people. So make sure you get your tickets now. Uh, and that's pretty much about it. What you got? Anything else you want to tell the people?
No, just like I said, looking forward to this playoff season wrapping up. Then we get into the All-Star season, so to speak. But our Senior Bowl, January 8th, 7 p.m. in Orlando, Florida. Looking forward to it. Any companies, businesses that would like to be a part of this operation, this production, contact us, social media, myself, AG, hit us up on the Elite 100 Facebook page. Contact us on Twitter, Instagram. Just reach out to us. We're more than willing to work with anyone out there. It's a good cause for these student athletes to be recognized for their play on the field. But what a lot of people don't know is that we had requirements as far as GPA average. So all of these kids that you see in this game, they are truly student athletes. They all had the grade point average to qualify, And then at the same time, they were all phenomenal athletes to be recognized.
Yep. So with that being said, hey, we appreciate you. Uh, and hey, anybody don't know who that is? AG, we finna prove you wrong, my boy. Don't know who that is because you better off typing your name because they got Facebook of you all love still. I don't know who that is. You know, couldn't tell you who it is. So I'm gonna wait to see. So they type their name so we know who's.
I want to
You know,
know.
yeah, I don't know who it is. I mean, we gonna see what I, I mean, like dudes take like they really don't know that I really don't care. Like that's the real part. They really don't know. I don't care about none of that stuff. Tyrone, oh yeah, that's oh of course. Oh yeah, Mister Rockledge himself because he been proving me wrong for years, and they ain't won jack, but he been proving me wrong for years. Well, you know what? I'm glad he answered because what we gonna do, Tyrone? I'm gonna call you out right now. 14U. You bring your finest 14U team, and we'll put that game in front of the Elite 100 All Star game, and you'll play
So
against.
not just Coco 14U. He could pick any. He
I
could
don't even
pick.
care. He can get everybody
Bring
discounted. I don't care.
bring a kid. Bring
Yeah,
a
I
team.
don't care. Yeah, because I'm so tired of hearing them that Brevard is so much better than Orange County. So now here's your opportunity. Because
Ooh.
don't he coach a
He
14U team?
coached. He the head coach. Listen, man.
Yeah, see,
I
like I don't
talked
want to
to
hear
T-Ron
if
last
he don't.
night.
Yeah, if he don't show up, man,
He
I'm
the
gonna lose
head
all
coach.
respect. No, he talk noise all the time. Like I don't care. Man, I'm from Texas. I don't care about Orange County, Brevard. I'm from Texas, bruh. So when you be trying to sell me, I don't care. But I tell you what, since you're doing all that jibber jabber, you better be prepared to play. So hey, KJ Ishmael, holla at your boy. Hey man, get them Jags ready. Hey, KJ, I'm gonna get you some Florida Gator draws and Jones draws because I want you to beat this dude for me because he talk trash all the time. So people don't know Tyrone's my boy though, for real. That's one of my good friends. I'm gonna give him a hard time though. So yeah, that's John Walker, uh, dad or mom. I don't know because they share an account. And by the way, I think it's somebody's birthday over there. So happy birthday. Uh, I don't know whose it is, but I think it's one of the two's birthday today. And happy birthday! Y'all enjoy it. And then that's it, man. So uh, I can't think of anything else. You got anything else?
Nah, that's
Oh,
about it, man.
hold on. Oh,
Yeah,
Tyrone.
he said it was 12-12. It was 12-12, and Coco
Oh,
had a few players not play. So
oh, what the time? Hey, so the bottom line is all this jibber jabber. Are you gonna play or not, man? All this jibber jabber. Yeah, we always want to say happy birthday to everybody. Hey, nowadays with people dying, and with that being said, I would be totally remiss. R.I.P. to Miss Frazier. She passed away. One of the most supportive women I've ever seen about her children, not just her son Quincy, but all her children. We at Elite 100 definitely want to, uh, definitely give our
send our
condolences to the
condolences.
to the Frazier family. That's for certain. So let, oh, he say nah. You can Ryan. You can go. It should be on my Facebook page. I usually and Josh in the tent. Oh, look at he talking noise too.
But they said, what the people saying, man?
He talked. Tyrone say Josh got them 10th graders, all 8th graders on his squad. Look, boy, you got people. Look, they talk about Osceola. They want some. Now everybody wants some.
Hey,
Hey,
now
well,
look,
hey,
hey, what I will say is I did a little research and I asked the people who is the best 14U team in this area, and without a shadow of a doubt, I saw Osceola Cowboys more times than not.
all right. Well, hey, it is what it is. So hey, we
But I
might have to
believe
flip
they
a
have
coin.
I believe they have something going on that weekend though.
No, they don't. Not January. Well, you know what? Yeah, they do.
Ain't
Not
that
that
ain't
weekend.
that
No,
that
no.
ain't the same
Chad,
weekend, Chad?
Chad's the next weekend. Chad's the next weekend. But that's why another reason why I didn't invite him because I know Chad got that
Yeah.
tournament going on, and we're gonna support that AUG. We're gonna support those guys as well. Look, boy, they out there. They look at. They say they had ninth graders. Boy, they talk. Boy, that's the thing. Man, the youth football be killing me, bro. Them
It'd be
jokers.
serious.
They be dead serious, man. But hey, I don't want to hear all that, Tyrone. We can make sure that everybody is in the 8th grade, and then let's go. You with
Two
that or not?
o'clock,
You
2
you
to
you
4
you. Yeah,
p.m.
like the question is, he still ain't saying yes. I'd have been off the phone. All I wanted is from him on the record to say yes, that he wants some, because all I ever hear is everything about Brevard County.
You
That's
want to
all I want to
know,
hear.
will he have a team?
Yeah,
Yes or
period.
no?
Yeah. Somebody say Tyrone don't do that. Look, see now Tyrone, he done. No, man. See, like I said, you can't call people out, Tyrone. Then when it's time, you scared, man. That don't look good for the county, baby. You represent the whole county. That don't look good for the county, man.
Hey,
So
that boy said he is Brevard County, huh?
yeah, that's what I heard.
That's
That's
what
what
I
I
heard
heard.
too.
Yeah. Look, man, nobody want to hear all that. We not coming nowhere. Like I say, the dude don't want to play, man. He don't like he asked people to come to Sanford on a Friday when all the games is on a Friday.
Hey, no,
You know,
no, bro.
yeah,
They play like Friday morning.
Friday morning. What
That's what
the kids
AYF,
ain't in school?
bro. The kids get to miss school. They get notes saying that they
Wow.
missing all of that. It's
Look, man,
excuse.
that's fine, man. Look,
See?
are you going to play or not? That's what we're saying. Like, man, quit. Hey, man, you making the whole county look bad. Like, bro, I couldn't even have you representing me. Man, look at this stuff, man. I'm embarrassed, man. Tyrone, man, I'm embarrassed, bro. Like I'm embarrassed to be your friend. Seriously.
Is that him
Like,
saying that right there?
yeah, man, I don't know, man. I just, man, I'm just disappointed in this guy, man. All he's
Man,
supposed to say is yes.
I
Like, I'm
got faith
sorry.
that he gonna.
I'm
I
sorry,
got
dude.
faith he gonna put a team together to
Man,
represent
I
the
don't have
bar.
no faith. National levels game, no Rudy Poo team. Look, man, all that don't have nothing to do with nothing. You said that your team is better than Orlando. Brevard County's so much better on it. Now when I get you an Orange County team, Osceola stepped and see. You see how Osceola stepped up? You see how they was like, come get, they ready to get some. Brevard County is like, well, I wouldn't say Brevard, but definitely Tyrone. So man, hey man, shit, hey, Merritt Island gonna whoop their ass. When your coach is soft like that, guaranteed ass whooping. Hey, I'm telling you, when your coach is like that, guaranteed. This man, please, man, please, I'm done. Hey man, my money on Merritt Island.
Hey, I
Hey,
got Rockledge, man.
man, my money. Hey, just cause I was doing wasn't now my money really on him because your damn coach scared. Who the hell, man? Please, come on, bro. I'm done. I'm done. I'm good. Look. Hold on. Look at this, man. I'm done, man. Look, hey, man. Hey, we
You
appreciate
still ain't
y'all.
gave me
Hey,
an
we
answer,
appreciate
huh?
the real. Yeah, we appreciate the real out there, man. I don't want to hear nothing about Brevard County from Tyrone ever again. Ever again. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear him say nothing about it ever again. Like he can't talk to me about Brevard County. Talking about he called a bet, man. Call the game. How about that? You gonna play or not? That's a yes or no. That
I
that.
think I think that's what they're saying. I call that bet that he's saying
Nah,
he'll talk.
he's talking about Rockledge and Merritt Island. He ain't talking about the little kids. He ain't got no faith in them. Like I'd hate to be a kid on his team. Shit. I mean, my coach ain't got no faith in me. Shit. Hey, my head coach ain't got. See, he ain't the head coach at Rockledge, so he can stand up on that. But when it comes to the team he the head coach on, he ain't got to say, look. I done waited as long as I can, man. Let me go back to my job and get me something to eat. This dude right here, man. All right, man. We appreciate y'all. Hey, we'll check with y'all next week. Peace. This
Peace.
dude right here, man. Hey, you're terrible, Tyrone.